Welcome to the Four Corners series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 7th of October 1909, and you can see winter's coming. We're still trying to get the harvest in, and we've got a few problems that I need to address. Before we get into that, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about, and I could probably make a whole video just on your feedback, but I'm going to talk about a few points. The first tip that somebody's actually given me is that to be able to consume these crops here, what I should be doing is actually exporting food, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. If I come up to here, you see we've exported a tiny amount of food here, and hopefully that will make some space for the crops, but we're going to have to be a little bit careful. I'm just going to speed the game up a little bit. I think the normal speed is a bit too slow. So that is the first thing. Now, another tip someone gave me was the actual crop consumption here. And they pointed out that you could fill this up and it could last a year. And I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised with the crop consumption with respect to wagons. I was expecting it to be a little bit more, but I'm not complaining. To give you a bit of an update while we're looking at crops, you can see here I haven't even made a dent in this silo, and we're kind of bringing in the crops from these fields. We've got 43 tons in there, we've got 34 tons in there, we've got 19 tons in there, so we got the potential to get a reasonable amount of crops brought in. And while we're harvesting, I will continue exporting the food just because it's a win-win situation. One thing I have noticed with these little trucks here is that I get a bit of a queue here, which is probably not ideal. I don't know if you've got anybody here. I'm kind of a bit inclined to possibly change you to go up and pick up from that field there, and remove you from there. Try and get a bit of a distribution between the wagons. So we got that area there. What's the next thing? I did get a couple of comments with respect to why I'm not using distribution officers, and it's purely a personal choice to do with roleplay. When I was actually putting this series together, in fact when I was building the map, I wrote a little history about how I wanted the village to develop. And the backstory is up round here, and we got what I call the New Hope blacksmith, and the story is that the owner of this is going to be a bit of an entrepreneur who's going to set up a transport business, which is both going to provide distribution offices, which will then allow the village to expand and grow. So that's the reason why I'm not using distribution offices. As somebody pointed out that they don't break the immersion. Well, I want to try and stick with that little story as we go forward for the moment. So that's one thing I want to do. Another tip someone mentioned was fish farms, which has made me think a little bit about my cattle farms here. So we're going to be doing a little bit of reworking around there. And somebody also posted a comment saying that heating was pretty fundamental to getting the population working. So that's something else we need to do. We've got a traffic jam. So oh yeah, we got it's up here. Hopefully things will get going. I think I really need to get the farm working. Let me just see here. I think that covers most of the comments. Apologies if I haven't covered every one of them. Now, one thing I do want is the farmstead. I need to check the actual farmstead, because not so much from what it's doing from a building perspective at the moment. It's more to do with the number of slots. It's got parking for 7. That's good. What I want to do is change this. I'm not happy with this at all, so we're actually going to demolish the livestock farms. I know it's technically a waste of resources, but I'm just going to get rid of you, and we're just going to clear these roads up. Now, one thing I do want to do is possibly try and do a bit of an experiment here. And just want to put that in, and what I want to do is we're just going to assign you to there. I just want to start improving the footpaths here so that we can get the population moving around a little bit. Yes, I know somebody actually mentioned that there's a potential problem with the watermill. This is another reason why I wanted to get rid of these, because it occurred to me that I'm going to expand the population. I need this as an area for people to live in, although there is a risk of pollution from the heating plant. We're nearly there from the respect to the heating plant, which is good. Building this. The other experiment I've kind of set up here is trying to get these asphalt connections built. I want to see how quickly these are actually built without having the road crew. When we do have a what we call it over here, paver crew. Now the only problem with the paver crew is they can't travel independently to the location where they're going to build the factory link or the lay asphalt. They need an open hole, and I'm not sure whether they will actually fit in an open hole wagon. Oh yeah, somebody also posted a very interesting comment about having one-way roads. Now that wasn't to do with this series, it was to do with the Seven Crosses series. But it struck me that if I could get some asphalt roads through here, I could get a bit of a one-way system going. But I'm not sure whether that will actually work. Again, we're just going to take this road out here, because what I want to do here is I'm going to put a road right across the back. I need it to be straight. Actually, let me just stick out that little bit of footpath there. What I want to do is put a straight road all the way across the back of here. If I get it in any closer, because this is going to be my new cattle production area, and what I would like to do is come here, go mods, factory, where are you, factories, and then we want to put a, what I'd like to do is put a medium building, let's say about there, like that. Then we're going to put the smokehouse, if I can find it. And we're going to put the smokehouse in the center about here, like that. And then I'd like to get a second medium build fairly in close here. I don't really want that top link. And what? Okay, we're just gonna have to tilt this a little bit, because what I'm thinking is eventually we could probably put another field up here like that. But what we're gonna do is get rid of this. Don't need that. And then what that means, I will have to rewrote this road here so that it comes out and then it comes around like that. And we'll just trim this bit back and bring you in like that. And then we're mud footpath. I'm going to put a connection there. And put a connection through to there. And the idea is that these will be able to send workers out to here, like that. And then we can have our fields over here. I'm gonna get you assigned to building these two fields here. How are we doing? It's the workforce that we're going to need to get out to here. But the workforce always seems very reluctant to get into here to do any work, which is a bit of a downside. Anyway, how are we doing here? Okay, we need some mechanical components. I think we got mechanical components for what we got here. What's going on here? Oh. What are you doing delivering to the shop? You shouldn't be doing that. You should be delivering to that. Review. Your clothes. What are you delivering? Your meat. Okay. Can I just increase that a little bit? Reduce you a little bit. And we'll just rebalance you again. So that gets that done. How are we doing? So we've now got the logs for the heating plant for when this is actually built. Do you have a covered hole? No, you do not. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is just bring in another covered hole. I'll bring you in. I'm just going to assign you to, yeah, a bit of a fail there. I think I was pushing a little bit too hard on getting the crops in. I mean, we're not doing bad actually. I mean, we've got 94 tons in there. I think somebody actually mentioned in the comments and said that they were able to run 4 medium fields and 1 large field from this small farm here. Okay, we're just going to push this a little bit as well. We're going to add you to there as well. Get that built. So we get these fields built. What have we got here? We've got a few people in here. Don't know what the power situation is actually like. Well, everything is green. I mean, I must admit, it's always a bit difficult to tell when you've got mixed supplies up here. I mean, this guy's feeling a little bit of a strain here. Probably because this guy doesn't cover this corner. I mean, I could think about putting one of these in up here. I have considered that. So like, I mean, how much are you covering? You're covering all this area, which is a bit of an overlap to here. What I've kind of half thought about is possibly putting a windmill down here or something that will add to the overall supply. Right, let's have a look here. Power generation, power plants, 1900s windmill. So we could put a windmill in, say, about there, and that will kind of supplement this area a little bit. I think I will actually put the windmill in there. We won't build it straight away. I'm actually kind of tempted to put it in about here, actually, because there's no point in putting it somewhere where the workers can... yeah, well, they're going to have to get to it, aren't they, to build it. Sorry about that. I think we'll put a windmill in there. Now, my approach to power at the moment is to have lots of independent sources. And then eventually what we will do is put a grid in. Somebody said they actually put a substation in, which makes sense, to be honest. But at the same time, we'll get there. Just put that in there. Just keep these guys building. Allocate you to there. This is going to be a bit of a winter job. Okay. Right, we've now got this in here, so we just need the people working here. We've got our whole strong crane working on that. How's the fields over here? It doesn't take much to build these fields. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't too worried about knocking things down. There we are. And what we'll do is we'll just reduce the workforce right down to, say, about 3. If anyone got nothing to do, then they can just move into here. Our current population is 157, and we're still getting the occasional escapees, probably because how's the happiness? I mean, generally the happiness is pretty good, like that. We've got the heating plant here now. Right, I need a open hole. We got. Okay, we're still collecting the crops here. We've got here. You've got virtually all the crops there. Just take this. Right, we need logs in here. We've got an open hole here. Trouble is, I think what we're just going to do is buy one. Anyway, we're going to buy an open hole if I can find one. Because what we're going to have to do is pick up from here logs and deliver to here for the moment. So you go. And then we can get a little bit of heat in here. Yeah. If we can get a little bit of heat going in here, that should improve the situation here. Actually, I just thought I put a well, footpath. Right, here comes the snow. Yeah, I think I'm going to rework this footpath. I know it's going to be a little bit shaky. Whoops, not that. I can get that there. Button you up to there. And then we're going to fill you in completely. And we're going to allocate you there. In fact, let's get both of you guys on this, because I think you're running out of jobs anyway. And we got that there. Right, I've got a feeling where are you? I suppose you're still doing your stuff. I'm kind of thinking that I might need to on this. So I think I will. Well, we need to keep the building going. What have we got in here? In the way of open holes. Yeah, I mean we got 3 open holes and 1 dumper. I think what we can do is pinch one of these, send you back to there. Right, you're finished. What we could do now, so you're not picking anything up. Right, what do I need covered holes for? Let me just see. I don't think we need deliveries to there. We've got a reasonable amount of crops there. I think what we're going to do is just going to send you to the depot for the moment. And then what I'll do is, once we've got all the crops in, it's not going to be long before these fail. So we're not going to quite get that there. We're not going to quite get that there. Okay. I think I'm going to... We got that there. So we're now getting a little bit of heat going. And how are you getting on the hot water tanks here? So what we're basically, all the heating plant is doing at the moment is just taking the edge off the heating. I mean, which is about the best we can do at the moment. I think. I think what we're going to do is going to specify there, with a little bit of an emphasis on the heating. I know it's not, I mean, we've got 52 workers in there, but I think if we got dedicated workers coming down through to here and kind of keeping this place going. So we got get this built. Okay, how are we doing? Let's drop you down to 3. Right, we've now got a full heating tank in here. That should be filling up that. Just make this up here. Yeah, you're full. And we're just gonna let that catch up. Okay, we've now, our wagons are full. I'm gonna send you to there as well. We really need to get this built. See, we're not building this. This is going to be a main cause for concern. I think the only thing I can do is we're just going to do a bit of an experiment. If I got a slot in here, now I'm going to buy the paver guys here. It's only going to cost me 302. And what we're going to see is whether these guys will actually be capable of moving on to this. I mean, it could be a bit of a mistake, but if we don't find out, we won't find out. So that's all there is to it. How are we doing? Okay, let me just get here. So we've only got 135 workers again. Basically, the focus is going to have to be on getting through here in the winter. We've now got the mechanism working here. We can get this footpath built in. And of course, what we'll do is once the good weather comes, we'll just build this last little section here. And have a look through. I mean, we got capacity at the moment. Don't want to build this smokehouse just at the moment. Right, we've got 19 tons in there. The other guy delivering wood, heating plant, wait until unloaded. Got lots and lots of covered holes. Now some of these will end up farm when I've actually found them. Now I've got covered hole in here, haven't I? Delivery, yeah. Let's just put that on, see if that will give the game a bit of a hint. This has got a 3-ton carry capacity, but I'm not convinced that is actually going to work. So we might be a bit stuck with respect to those. I just had a thought. Well, we haven't finished this yet. We need here boards and gravel. Who's building here? Okay. We're going to need to let the game catch up a little bit. How are we doing? 134. So we got a few losses. Production. Okay. So we're kind of doing okay. Yeah, it's gravel. We need boards. I'm just going to keep an eye on this situation. How's our money making? We made a whole 244, 974. So we're actually making a little bit of money. I mean, one thing we can do actually is come here and find the guy who's my horse cart here. You can save a bit of money now by telling you to pick up from here, and you're going to load wood there, and we can take you off North Cape Trading. So we'll just remove you off of there. Let's make sure. And what we can do is tell you to wait until, because nobody picks up here, so and the crops come in from there, so you don't need to keep running backwards and forwards. We'll just get this built here. We're not making any real progress with this. What are we doing? How many people have we got in the university? Got no party officials. I think what I'm going to have to do is bring in some educated workers, because I don't think we've only got 8, and they're probably spread all over the place. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to invite 10 of those. Hopefully they're going to get in here and start educating our children. It's building without power supply. It's probably overloaded again. And until we get a momentum with our educating these people, the higher education for people are going to be a bit of a problem. So we got that there. Right, you've got 6 tons of crops there. We're finally getting this guy's getting a little bit of a crack on now. And he's building up through there. And hopefully that will make life a little bit easier from that perspective. I want to check the heating coverage. So we've got the heating coverage. We just need to kind of get through the winter and so we got 6 out of 10 on the cutting post. I think we can probably reduce that down to 4 because we got, I mean, we're not consuming the amount of wood that I was expecting. So we got that there. Let's see. It looks a bit like we may not have the farm available for the next year unless things really get a crack on. I mean, I could try and target stuff. I think what we will do is we'll suspend the construction on that. Actually just check to see whether workers can get to the farm. That might be a bit of a problem. Oh no, the farmers can get in from here because of course the workers in here are targeting this. So the only workers we got at the moment are coming from here. So that's something else we need to consider, because this is another problem. When you allocate buildings like this, if you've got educated people, then they don't go to the right places. 10 to 25, so can't work because there's no kindergarten. Yeah, no start workers with basic education. So we've got a kind of a bit of a problem here with the kindergarten. We need to get a certain momentum size with the population. Nearly there with this guy, and we'll have a nice footpath through here, which will kind of make things go a little bit faster. Nearly there. Oh, you can do it. Just get that gravel in. Nearly done. So, and what we can do is just get rid of this. Get that there. I wouldn't mind another footpath. I think we're going to build that one. Get that done. Keep this guy busy with respect to. Was it there? You see they're moving a lot faster down the footpath here. When we get out of winter, what I'll do is I'll take a chance with respect to doing that, and we'll just build this little bit in here, and because while we're doing it they won't be able to get in here for power. Right, we're on the 21st of January. We've come through quite well. We didn't get a population collapse. It's just that, what other jobs have you got? Wait, why aren't you? Bit of a fail there, sorry. Yeah, that could cost me. Right, you can wait. What other jobs have you got? Unfinished part, Hope Tiny Farmstead. Factory connection. Yeah, I think the factory connections are going to be a bit of a problem. I mean, at the moment they're not the end of the world, to be honest. Right, we're getting a little bit of livestock building up here, and a little bit there. Got 0.0559 there, 0.59 there. I'd like to get this built, but again, it's going to be the factory connections that are going to be the problem. So we're going to have to work around that. With respect to the gravel here, I'm going to kind of hold off on building that, because what I'd like to do is once we get into the next summer season, is I'd like to get this area built. so that we can start producing their own wagons. Because one thing that did come up in the comments was about personal transport, and someone said that what you need to do is, when you're actually planning personal transport, is make sure that you don't have multiple parking lots. In fact, let's just have a quick look at the I can't remember where would it be, parking lot. This is what it's called, horse stables. Wow, it's going to be big, isn't it? Kind of. I'd have to put the horse stables down about here, wouldn't I? That would put it within walking distance here. Plus, we're going to build houses here. So, say if I put that horse stables there, that means that what we'd have to do out here is put in another big horse stables here. Now, some of you may think this is a bit odd, but the idea behind this is that we're going to get personal transport. Okay, we've got no constructor. Probably because the guys out are busy on a job. So what else have we got in here? Kind of thinking that maybe I need a... Actually, I just want to look at something, because I think it is personal transport. No, it's not that there. It's not there. I'm sure I subscribed to a mod that actually gave me a personal vehicle. Maybe it's not quite ready yet. We've got 108 tons in there. Still got 50 tons in there. The other thing I'm also thinking is that we're going to need to build some feeders out here, because this is okay, but eventually what we're going to need to do is go out this way, expand. And what I'm thinking, what we do need to do is put that road connection in there. We just trim this back, and we're just going to kind of curve this across like that. What I'm considering is a feeder out here, and we're not getting it. We're getting any notifications here of stock production, so generally we're doing okay. We'll actually just tap those, just to give you an idea what I'm thinking about. Gas station, where's the horse feeder in here? And what does this need? This is gravel, and what I'm thinking is to put a horse feeder out about here, so that wagons moving along here won't double back to this one when they're doing deliveries. Well, let's just do some planning. I want one out, say about here, which can, because of course it's going to need power, so it needs to be near the wind turbine. Maybe we can push it out about that far out, say just about there. And the other thing I'm thinking is we're going to have a wood cutting plant up here. I think there's another one just about there. So that's the idea. Looks like this is being built as well, so we're just going to build another footpath. I think we just keep, actually it'd be quite nice to do that one through to there. We'll just assign you to there just to get that built. How are we doing? Got a population of 142, so we kind of solved the escapee problem. So we're looking good. And how are we doing? Food wise, we're still doing okay. How much are we doing here? Doing that. I mean, we're still losing money, but we're getting a small amount of income is probably the polite way of saying it. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. But we don't need that just at the moment. I mean, it would be a bigger problem here. Actually, let me just assign you groundworks. We'll see if we can get that one done. What have we got here? We've got no workers, no mechanisms. Where's my cranes? Are you still delivering wood framing? I think what I'm going to do is we're just coming out of the end of January, so what I'm going to do is cancel all these now. Take a bit of a chance so that we can release some workers that will spread out and do a few things. I don't think we've got anyone living in these buildings yet, so we've still got a bit of spare accommodation. Although I think somebody also pointed out that they've actually rebuilt these over time. It's kind of filling in this area here. Right, we've got those guys there. Okay, what other jobs have you got? I mean, all you've got to do is build that tiny farmstead. I'm not convinced that these are coming round to there. But I don't want to activate the bus stop just yet because we don't have a big enough population for that, really. So it's almost like, where are these people going? You know, you're working in there because, of course, we've got to have a little bit of people working in here as well. I think we're just going to reduce you down a bit. I'm not. In fact, I could switch you off, couldn't I? Because we've got no need for asphalt at the moment. So I'm just going to switch the asphalt off at the moment. We're not. Oh, well, we got asphalt. Yeah, well, this unfinished factory connection. But it's actually, it's almost like they've laid the asphalt, but they can't roll it. I don't think there is a road roller option, is there? Is there a road roller? Bulldozer. No. Paver. No, so there is no roller. Okay, why won't these people roll the road? Is that a problem? Actually, just maybe if we put you on there as well, just see if that will, because you don't have, I mean, as far as I know, allocating work, I mean, none of these have got workers assigned, so I'm sure I didn't have that problem before. Okay, we're just gonna let the game run. Apologies that this isn't exactly exciting stuff. Right, we've got that built now there. I think I'd like to just start to get you down to there, and we'll just allocate you there and just get you building that. I'd like to get as many of these footpaths done as possible because it's just, it should allow the residents to move around a lot quicker. Hopefully get a few things done. Still 26 days. I think probably what's happening is that they're all going to closer jobs and this job is a bit too far out for them. Maybe we do need to get this done, so we're gonna have to put workers there. Okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet and we're gonna have to get a bus. I'm just gonna have to put you into, didn't really want to do this, but haha. Right, we've got so much stuff in here now. Open holes, what have we got here? I'm gonna need another construction office, aren't I? Actually, if I got a slot in here, I mean, yeah, so what I can do is we'll hook out one of you from here. What we got here, we got dumper, open hole, crane, 2-horse covered. I think what we'll do is we'll put a crane into here for the moment, and then we'll find the right. Oops. Right, we're going to put the 2-horse passenger thing into here, and we're going to assign you. I mean, whether we're going to get spare workers in here is another issue, but I suppose, see, we've got no unemployed people at the moment. what I'm effectively doing at the moment is expanding my industry faster than... Right, you've got 20 tons there. You're effectively doing... You've got 20 tons in there, right? Pop the workforce down. Let's just get some people focused on what they should be doing. Okay, shut this down. Shut this down. We're going to get everyone concentrated. We're going to reduce you down a bit to say 5. Going to reduce you down to 4 because we're coming out of winter now. So I just need more workforce kind of doing something. That might, yeah, we've got some workers here now. And of course, we had some workers there, but they all disappeared. Still 26 days there. At the moment we're probably doing well with the footpaths, but that's about it. Okay, we'll just push you through there. Get you building that. Right, we've got a crane in here now. Get this built. Right, we got some workers here. Come on. You guys all want to work lovely on my farmstead. Horrible road junction there, isn't it? For February. And of course, yeah, you can see the speed here was 12 kilometers an hour. Oh. Come on, you got... one thing I did do is switch that off. Yeah, I forgot that I'd reduced this down. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the food situation. Got a veritable parking lot over here of vehicles. Something tells me I'm going to need another construction office at this rate. So you're down to 18 tons. You've still got 50 tons there. Right, this is going along quite nicely now. We're getting workers coming in here. So we may get away with it. February. What we got here? Got our little kind of excavator man going here flat out. What we should now is see everything's coming more within range. So maybe we do need to put a bit more focus on getting these footpaths done. Although I would like to get some of this built over here, but there's no point doing that until we've got this finished. Right, we're just coming out of winter. I think what I am going to do is put you back onto there. I'd like to get that finished. This is proving a little bit of a disappointment. It's laying asphalt. It's not rolling. It's almost like the asphalt hasn't been delivered. Opinions, guys. Do you think I should auto build this connection? Because this connection seems to be a bit kind of broken. This is laying gravel, laying asphalt, but there's no asphalt here. It doesn't make sense to me because it's almost like it's in the rolling phase, but we don't have a roller. I think what we'll do is we'll just open the workforce a little bit here now. Yeah, a couple of people working in here again. and get them working a little bit. We've got some livestock here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick you up here, and you're gonna go there. You're gonna load livestock, then you're gonna come down to here, load livestock, and then you're gonna come to there, and you're just gonna sell the livestock, and then just get rid of that. And what we got here? No unemployed workers, and our population's kind of dropped down a little bit, but that's to be accepted because there will be fluctuations due to winter. Right, we've now got this finished. New Hope main constructions, sub pause. We got this bit built here. I think I would like to get this bit of the gravel road. Oops, no, not gravel road, gravel footpath. Just want to keep filling in these sections here. Oops, don't want that. Get that done. How are we doing food-wise? Got down to 19 tons there. I think what I am going to do now is we're going to get one of... to zap him, and what we're going to do is get you New Hope food storage. Where's that? That's there. Okay, what I want to do is change you to there, the load, and then you're going to come here and you're going to wait until unloaded. I'm going to remove the field, and we're going to set you going a copy. Oops. And what I want to do now is effectively pull the crops in from here to here. Just the one to ensure a constant food supply, and the other one is also to do that, and kind of got a bit distracted, sorry. And what we're going to need to do is get some... I'm going to get a couple of crazy horses. Actually, we'll get one of each. I like my crazy horse. And you're going to... So we've just got away with that. And get you into there. Now I know we'll get the workers here, but I think if we get a couple of draft horses, that will speed the process up a little bit. I think we got a bit of work done when I wasn't looking. So I think we may have got somebody in here that actually did some work, which is good. So we may actually get this finished. I can get some workers in here. I just don't want to buy more workers in unless I have to. We'll just keep the heating going because it's not brilliantly hot. I mean, what we could do is shut this heating plant. Once we get to, say, the end of March, we can shut the heating plant down for the summer, and then we can bring it back online later on. We do need to get this finished. And then what we need to do is get some stuff going on up here. Certainly want to pave this footpath through. Okay, we've got another footpath done now. Where do I want to go now? I think we would like to get this one done, because that's going to be quite important. So just get you, assign you to there. Because I mean, this all improves the overall range of what people are doing. For exports again. So it's kind of the food exports are kind of offsetting some of our costs. I think what we can do now is you've kind of got stuck with 2 factory connections. What would be the best way to order to build this in? Right, that's actually built. I think I'd like to get another wood cutting plant in up here first, and then we'll work this way. Actually, I mean, it's all... Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll get the groundworks done all the way through here. This could be quite useful as well, actually. I think what we will do is get the groundworks set on that. Now I'm overloading these guys a little bit. But past them are going to be more for the winter. It's my crazy horses out doing the fields. Where are you? Are you actually doing anything yet? Right, crazy draft horse, where are you? There you are. Can't see him. There he is. The animation is better when he's moving along the road, but I've got a feeling it's a graphics glitch, but I actually like my crazy draft horses. See, the problem we got here is this has only got storage for 40 tons, but I could put... I think what I can do, just for the moment, we got one spared cupboard hole. What I'm going to do is put it into here. Not so much that I'm going to need him to pick up the crops, so that would be quite useful for him to pick up the crops. But I think it's going to be the fact that these are going to be quite... this will act as a storage space here. Down to 8 days. So like we're getting kind of intermittent work here on that bit there. These guys finished. No, they're not quite finished this road here. They're waiting for more gravel to be built. I think if we can get this done and then possibly put these through as well. What are we doing here? Old cinema. Got no staff again in here. We're getting a little bit of an intermittent problem with the kindergarten. I'm trying to think that maybe we need to get you on that kindergarten. We can't afford to keep on having workers dropping out. I mean, 15 workers there. We need 4 there. That's about right, I think. So your job is sole responsibility of the landlord is to keep the kindergarten manned, so that we don't have workers having to do stuff at home. Actually, we starting to export a little bit of livestock as well. So I know it's kind of inefficient. Kind of just pop up a little bit there. So anyone got absolutely nothing to do can work in there. What was I going to do now? I'm aware time is running out. I just want to have a quick scoot round. Yeah. This is going to cause a bit of a problem, but we're going to just put that there, and then we're going to assign you there. It's going to give me a temporary power shortage, but hopefully that should work. So we got that set up. We can do... The sowing is going really well now, because we're going to be finished by March. And what that will mean is that these fields will mature faster, therefore they will be able to get things done. I think I would like to get this done as well. Oops. Keep getting that. Need to get some workforce into there. Actually, what we can do is just drop you down. But remember to do that, so we don't want anyone wasting their time doing the groundworks. I mean, we're not getting any stoppages at the moment, so hopefully we'll get away with this power link. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.